How's it going, guys? Tyrant here, and I just finished watching the latest episode of My Hero Academia, and so it's basically battle strategy time, and episode is basically plot heavy, so not too exciting, but there's a lot of deliberation that's happening, and it's kind of what's gonna set things off in the future. So, if you remember from last week's episode, all the students were together and they were trying to come up with a basically convince everyone that they need to go and rescue Bakugo and you know you know everyone's frustrated. It's understandable. They just been they lost a friend, they lost a classmate, they some people were just really close, and it's like it's frustrating, but like Iida, uh, Deku, and fuck, what's the Fire Nice guy's name? Remember Todoroki? I think that's his name. Anyways, they've been in this situation where this is honestly a thing that the pros, the adults, need to handle, but they want to do it themselves, and it's expressed really well in this episode, and I'm glad that it's not like underdone or overdone as well, because it could have been overplayed, but it's it really shows how frustrated some of the people are. What's also interesting while this is all happening is all the pros are being gathered together to kind of just finish this threat that's been arising, kind of like this, because there's been crime from what we've known, and in the past there's been things that we've been told, um, but not an organization as of recently that's been like this, um, been destructive to society, I would say. And while all of this is also happening, everyone's being gathered and everyone's trying to be convinced. Uh, the League of Evils is actually trying to get Kai-chan to join their group and convince him that they are doing what's right. And it's like, oh, okay, hmm. like I, I'm really liking this. Like, so much is like it's really interesting. So well, let's kind of do step by step. But basically, those are the three things that's happening. Let's handle the kids for now. The kids, you know, at the end, they're eventually Midoriya is convinced to join Todoroki and fuck, what's the rock hair dude's name? The hardened dude guy, and by the creation girl to do this. So they're joined together to go and do this crazy shit. Um, Iida tries to stop them one last time, a last ditch effort, and no go. But like he had honestly, he passionately tried to stop them at that point one more time. So he ends up just joining them to make sure everything is goes safely. And their thought here is to rescue Bakugo without fighting, which honestly I don't see like happening. It's kind of yeah, it's kind of just getting yourself stuck in some situation. And while they're kind of heading that way, they kind of do because the villains know what they look like, so they kind of go into disguise, which is really funny. They look like these gaudy deviants, and it's really funny to watch. I'm not gonna lie. But then then uh, while they're out there in their disguises, they oversee this the UA academy, kind of, or whatever. Anyways, uh, they oversee this like press conference where they're trying to like, well, they're trying to kind of cover themselves too. This is what's interesting because they're doing so much societal work. Like this is what the villains are trying to do, and it's really they're doing it, and it's like, and honestly, it's like shoot, they're at this point they're winning because they're putting the public aware of their lack of what's the best word? Not consistency. Hmm. It's some it's something, and if you've been watching, you understand. So, at the same time, like the gathering of all the best heroes to try to stop this is being like conducted to kind of do a strategy, this basic strategy meeting, because they kind of have to put an end to this, and all this is happening. Bakugo gets untied and everything, and it's like it's told like you should join us because you know what's right, and we're trying to fix this stuff. And so seeing this, it's like okay, but Bakugo is like no, he's having none of it, and he's kind of too full of himself to be able to be convinced so easily. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm glad that they didn't do something weird with that. So I'm honestly looking forward to seeing it. What was interesting is actually something that was said during a little bit of a flashback is that whatever the gravity girl's name is, Bakugo has this very pompous, proud attitude. So he's going to be hurt being rescued by everyone. Not gonna lie, it's been done. It's been said before. So yeah, yeah. So we're just gonna have to wait and see now. Gonna have to wait and see. All right, that's kind of everything I needed to say. So thanks again for watching. Until next time, see ya.